today's episode, we have author, entrepreneur, and hope catalyst, Crystal Bodie Smith. Join us as she shares with us how she has created residual income and has been able to instill hope to those in her community. Enjoy this episode of The Woman I Am Today, the podcast and TV show. Welcome to The Woman I Am Today, the podcast. I am your host, Kimberly Getz, and on today's episode, we have Miss Crystal Bodie Smith. She's an author, entrepreneur, and the hope catalyst. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me here today. I'm so excited to share with you and your audience.
So tell us, who is Crystal Bodie Smith?
Wow, that's a loaded question. Kimberly, I'm just a mother, a grandmother, and a person who had recognized that I have a calling on my life, and that life is to be a catalyst, and so what it means is that I'm to be transparent and to help others to overcome just about everything I've gone through, and I've recognized that that is what God uses me to do, and it's kind of like what saved my life too, and that's how the catalyst was born.
Okay. So are you a native of North Carolina?
Actually, I'm not, but my family's from here. And I did attend St. Augustine's, what's now known as university, but it was St. Aug College back then. But I'm from New York City. I'm a Big Apple girl. Yes, anybody know that? New York in the house? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you came to North Carolina and stayed, huh?
Yeah, well, no, I actually didn't stay. I actually went back. I attended St. Aug in 1978 to 1982. Okay. Then I went back home. You would have never, ever thought that I would be here. In the country? What? No, not happening. I went back home and I met my children's dad and I got married, and then I wanted to get them out of that fast city life, because if you've ever been in New York City, it's fast. Have you been to New York?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so it's a great place to visit, but I wouldn't want to raise a family there, so I had to get them out of there. Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a nonprofit and a for-profit entity. So could you tell us how they work in concert with each other, or are they separate entities?
They are separate. I do have two separate ones, but here's what's going on. I had to kind of find a way to fund my nonprofit, because what I started out doing, as you know, because I know you do community work too, when you have a passion for something, you sacrifice. You take away from your household, you take away from your bills, and you are doing whatever you have to do to help others in the community. And that's what I was doing. So the for-profit, I kind of like started doing that so I can build some residual and have some income so that I can stack that over here and not use my rent, mortgage, car payment, because when I found myself doing events out in the community, I wasn't robbing Peter to pay Paul, but I was taking from my household to do community work and ministry. And so I had to find that balance. And then I created a 501c3 so that people could actually donate, and it could be a tax write-off, and that helped as well.
Okay. So as a Black woman, what has been most challenging for you in your entrepreneurship?
It's funny you ask that, because people don't like to talk about what they've really been through. Like, a lot of people know Crystal, the strong Crystal. I just shared about, my hearing deficiency, where I'm getting some hearing aids. But my challenge for me really was when I really became an orphan. When my mom died in 1995 was one thing. She passed away from cancer. My brother died in 2008. Then, in 2013, when my father passed away, the reality hit. I don't have no parents. It was like, I'm going to fill out those applications, and they say, is your mother living? Is your father living? And I'm going, no, no. And I'm going, wow, I'm an orphan. I looked up the word orphanage because I never would have called myself an orphanage. And I said, I don't have any parents. And again, that's kind of like why I am like I am. Like a lot of people say, everybody loved Crystal, like everybody loved Raymond, if you ever watched that show. Mm-hmm. It is because I think God made me that way so that I could have an extended family. Mm-hmm. So where I might not belong to my parents anymore, but, the community is my family as well, along with my immediate family that I have left and children.
So how do you stay motivated?
I do a lot of reading, reading and positive people and a lot of affirmation, daily affirmation. I listen to people like, Les Long, and individuals like that. I listen to them because I want to make sure that in my sleep, I'm girding up my mind. Because, Kimberly, I'm telling you, a lot of times when you go through some stuff, you have to keep pouring into yourself because as you dispense that energy, I can't be a light to others. I can't spread hope, being hopeless. I can't be a motivator if I don't have any motivation myself. So that's what it's all about. I like to read. I like to be around positive individuals that are empowering, and then let them stir me up. My mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save lives.
Okay. So tell us something that we don't know about Crystal.
Well, up until recently, a lot of people didn't know I was really just about deaf. And I made that known because, you know what? I pretended a long time. I would carry on in a room, and I would be in a conference, or I would be somewhere, and I would miss a lot of information. But nobody knew it because I would let it go like this. And I play it off. I've learned to overcompensate without having that, So what I do now is I simply just, I'm open with it, I've been that person. I've been, I went through a voluntary, now this is one people really don't know. I was actually what some people call homeless. And I did not lose my home or anything like that, but I made a decision to leave where I was to go put myself in a situation in a program. And most people don't know this, and that's like why I help a lot of single women and a lot of people in transition, because I found out that God used me. He used me to go through that program to see how it runs, to really understand. And I'm going to tell you something, it really, really, really opened up the eyes of my 22-year-old. To this day, if she sees somebody in the car and they have a lot of belongings and stuff, she knows now either that person just moved or they're homeless sleeping in their car. And mind you, we didn't ever sleep in our car, nothing like that, but I just went through a program where I stayed in a couple of different places, and it was the best thing that could ever happen to me because it opened my eyes up to being really grateful, and it also showed me about some of these churches and organizations and people, because a lot of the people who was helping us, it wasn't the people you think, so it really opened me up to some stuff. That's a whole nother conversation.
It is.
Whole nother conversation. But one of the things I found out is our people got some stuff with them. And so what people don't know about me is that I don't tolerate a lot of mess, and I don't like judging people. I don't like looking down on people. I don't never consider myself better than people. And the reason why I fight so hard now to help families is because I understand what it's like. I understand what it's like for people to look down on folks and think they're better than them. And I know that they're one paycheck away from being just like them. So what people don't know about Crystal is that I've walked on both sides of the streets. It was a part of my mission for God to show me so I can appreciate, where people are today. You know, a lot of people don't know that Crystal made herself go through a homelessness period of her life where I went through different church settings and slept in different places like that and let different ministries give me resources and help me. And I went through this period for a whole year. I went through this period for a whole year. I would even go to church. I would even attend my church service and have my belongings in my trunk. It was like a pilot program. You know, my stuff was in my trunk. And these people had no clue what I was going through. And it was mind blowing, because when I would get to church and I would look around at these people, I'd be like, wow. You know, because I didn't even tell them, because I felt like they would look down on me, and I felt like I would backslide because I had to tell some people about themselves. So I didn't tell nobody, because I didn't want to have to lose my religion. Because the bottom line is there's a lot of people in this world going through stuff. Every successful person went through something. But not everybody's willing to tell the story. But I'm willing to tell the story, and now I've gotten to the point where I don't care what people think. Another thing people didn't know, I used to care what people think. My feelings would get hurt. I really did care. I cared if people didn't like Crystal. I cared if people thought a certain kind of way about me. But I've outgrown that. I have confidence now, and I help other people to understand, don't worry about what nobody else thinks. So that's the woman I am today.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Krista. Hey, if you see me sitting out under a nice shady tree during this time and you have your mask on, let's have a conversation. You know, right now in 2020, people are out of work and so much going on in their life that they need a plan B. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So I'm sitting out here waiting for a client, and we will be getting together just to have a little fresh air and talk about some options so she can have some flexibility. So if you see me, come on by. I'll be glad to give you one of my business cards, and we can talk. You know, I'm here for you. I'm a marketing consultant nationwide, and I'm happy to help you come up with another solution. It's Bodie Smith, and if you have never been to my website, please check it out. It's www.IamCrystalBodieSmith.com. And we could talk about some flexible options for you right now during these challenging times. I would absolutely love to fit you in. I think I have some time on my schedule, because as you can see, it stays pretty full, but we can pencil you in. So I look forward to talking to you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Crystal, so we know you have all these talents and gifts. Which one are you most passionate about?
Being a catalyst. Because what it allows me to do is it allows me to have conversations with people. It allows me to see into their heart and their eyes and listen. And if they have a problem, it is my desire to help them find a solution to solve it. If they have a pain, it is my desire to help them heal that pain. So, whether it's through my writing, whether it's through my networking, when I go out there and I network, because you got to network from the inside out. So you got all these people out here networking and they're mingling, but I network from the inside out, based on things that I've gone through, and I'm looking at people and I'm trying to see how can I connect with them with their heart, mind, and soul, and what can we do, because that's what my purpose is. I'm here to help them get through their journey and help them to get to the next level. God made me a pace setter. So if somebody comes to me with a dream and aspiration, I talk to them about how we gonna get there. So that's what I try to do, help people get to their destiny. And you do the same thing too with this show, and I just appreciate that, because you allow people to come on here and talk about how they became who they are, because that's a part of their destiny, you know. And so, you know, it's people like you that we're grateful for.
Thank you.
Definitely grateful for you to that, you know, because we need the platform.
We do. We need a lot more platforms.
And what I like about your platform is just genuine, and it allows people to be free to be who they are. It gives people permission to be who they are. It gives people permission to take off the veil and just be themselves. That's why I like coming to your table, and from what I've watched with you and your husband. And I have to give kudos to the man behind the camera, Mr. John Guest, because I've watched you guys and what you do. The spirit of excellence is certainly in New Vision. Is that how you say it? New Vision? Spirit of excellence all over you guys.
So thank you. So tell us about what events and things that you have coming up.
Well, pandemic has kind of changed a lot of that for people.
Yeah.
So what I do is what I'm hoping a lot of people are doing. I'm doing a lot of personal development. I'm doing a lot of that reading I told you about. I am doing a lot of online engagements, and I'm meeting new people and finding new people, and people are finding me that are looking for a plan B, you know, because of what circumstances they're going through because of COVID-19. So I'm always helping people every day. So I don't have no event, so to speak, but I'm always in the business of helping people. So if you're out there and you're watching this and you are looking for a way to start over, bounce back, I call myself the bounce back queen because I done bounced back several times. Been married, been divorced, you know, had husbands who've been on drugs, been in what I didn't realize until my children told me, domestic violence relationships. You know, I've been through some stuff. So I like to encourage women because a lot of them don't know how to acknowledge what they've been through. But now, look at me now. You know, I'm 2 years away from retiring, and I'm going to retire comfortably, and I want to help others to do that.
Okay, so you are a national consultant and you work with a lot of different people on helping their businesses grow. How has the pandemic affected that?
Oh my goodness. Man, that's a great question. How did the pandemic, well, it helped me because with what happened with my job, it caused me to look deep inside myself, and it caused me to recognize that I can't wait on nobody else. Kimberly, we can't wait on nobody else. We can't wait on our bosses. We can't wait on promotions. We can't wait on raises. We can't wait on none of that. The bottom line is we have to dig deep, and we have to cultivate our gifts and do as much as we can do to get personal and professional development and go get it. And the pandemic forced me to go get it because I stopped doing community work. I stopped networking. I stopped going to this event because what they say, stay home.
Yeah.
So Crystal stayed home, and it was an adjustment because I almost had anxiety staying in the house by myself, empty nester. I had just become an empty nester. I had always had children around me. Always had my children, took in other children. I was a foreign exchange mom where I had children from Japan in my house. I always had children. So 6 months after I finally became in the house by myself, here comes COVID-19, and they say stay home. And I'm in that age range. I know I might not look 60, but I'm 60. And so I'm being cautious because I've had friends and family to pass away from this thing. So the pandemic has become what we say in my business with my business partners, we call it a plandemic now. It caused me to plan. It caused me to prepare, and it caused me to really, really go forward and do the necessary things I need to do to be ready for the next one.
You got in position, huh?
Position. You got to be in position. You know, I used to be a basketball player, and when I play basketball, I like to get to the basket first, and so you got to do the same thing now. You have to be in position, and we can't wait. And one day I'll tell you about that with my book too, because the book is also about preparation as well.
So, you want to tell everybody the name of your book?
The book is called Final Wishes, A Transition from Life to Death. And with all this death and all this illness going on, this is the time. And you can find it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, but you have to search by my name, Crystal Bodie Smith. It's, once again, Final Wishes, A Transition from Life to Death. But you do have to put Crystal Bodie Smith because there is another Final Wishes out there. But you see me, so you know, and it says my name on the front cover. And the way I wrote that book, I wrote it for business people. I wrote it to help families to protect their children. I wrote it to help people to just really give that letter to their loved one to say, like, if you found this, then, and I'm gone, this is what I want you to know. You know, just stuff people don't think about. And I took my family, I guess I don't want to call them family circumstances, by losing mom, dad, and my brother. And I took what I went through, and that's how I wrote the book.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Well, Mom, Dad, we're going to go by to your house today. I got Sis, and we're going to take a trip down memory lane. Since I wasn't born here in Raleigh and Deborah was, I'm going to take her for a trip down memory lane. I sure wish people get it, man. I wish they understood that while their parents are alive, to give them their flowers. I love you, and I thank you for everything. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for y'all. Love on your family while you can, because this is where my family is. Mom, dad, brother, grandparents, cousins. Oh my God. This is where my family is, except for my sister and me. Where's your family? That's my question. If they breathing and they walking and they talking, please, please don't sweat the small stuff. Forgive and forget. And just go love on them and apologize. But come, let me let you meet my brother. Get some flowers for you, bro. Man. Well, you know, this was Daddy's thing. He did this, but I didn't do this. But so I'm going to turn you down for a minute because I can't have you with no empty flowers, bro. Man, I'll never forget the day he called me and he said, Sis, they gave me 6 months to live. Whew. So I'm going to show you a book I wrote because of this story. So as a result of this, came Final Wishes. I took everything that I went through with Charles, Mom, and Dad, and I wrote it. When I tell you Final Wishes is a guide for transition from life to death, though. Guys, $9.99 on Amazon. It's the best $9.99 you can ever purchase. I just took some things, some simple stuff. Check it out. I even have pages in there where you can write a letter to your loved one. I have some very important things for business owners, so I'd like for you to check it out. And it's not about selling a book. It's about giving you peace of mind. It's about making sure you don't feel what I felt. That's why I wrote this book. Because I don't want nobody to go through what I went through. Please find out what your family's final wishes are. I'm telling you, it'll save you from the day you have to make a decision at the ER. It's so much easier.
So, Crystal, we know that you have learned a lot, and we know that you have been through a lot in life. When you think about the woman that you are today, what comes to mind?
A book that I'm writing is called I've Been Shattered, But I'm Not Broken. So the woman I am today is I'm a woman that's still standing. I done fell more than 7 times. The Bible says the just man, they don't talk about the just woman, but they say a just man falls 7 times, but I'm still standing. I'm still striving. I'm still thriving. I'm still pushing, and I'm still hopeful. And the woman I am today wants to give everybody else that same hope, despite of whatever card they were dealt, despite of whatever losses they had. I want to be able to make sure I give that to everyone. I want to make sure that I can inspire the next person. And whereas people don't understand it, a lot of people just really don't understand why I'm so transparent, but it's because I know I'm here for that reason. I want to leave a legacy, I want to leave a footprint, and I want to make a difference. And so the woman I am today is really, I'm you, and I'm the next person, and I'm the next one. We all the same. We all really have so much alike. We go down similar paths. So I like to say I'm you and you me, you know. But I'm just the light. I'm just the one that shines the light. I go first to shine the light so you can come behind me.
Well, Bodie Smith, I am so very proud of the woman that you are today. And I'll say cheers.
All right. Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on The Woman I Am Today. We'll see you next time.
Don't go anywhere. We have an exclusive preview of Crystal Bodie Smith's new documentary, only on New Vision Television.
Ready? Hello? All right, sis, I'm on my way. Yeah, you have a doctor's appointment, so we'll go do that. I just cut the TV off, so I'm about to leave the house now. I got your bookmark. All right, bye-bye. Whew. Well, you know, it's another day to go help sis. The life of the catalyst, Crystal, you know, and the caregiver. I'm putting on my armor right now, y'all, because, you know, when you're working with people, you have to be patient because sometimes they're a little difficult to deal with. So just a word to the wise. Gird your mind up before you get there so you're ready, you know. That's what I do. Out here today. So guys, this is where my sister stays, and you know it's good if you pick a nice place where they keep the grounds up. You know, you don't want to put your loved one just anywhere. If you look around, they do a pretty good job and they keep it up, you know what I'm saying? So if they want to stay by themselves, pick a good place. Now, let's see if she's ready, because I told her I was coming. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at you. Look at that. Hey, you ready? You ready?
Oh, what?
You ready?
What we gonna do?
We're going to go to your appointment. Do you need me? Hold on a minute. Let me come in. Let me get this. You want to go to the bathroom or anything before we leave?
Yeah.
Cut your TV off, and then we can get that. So this is my sister, Deborah, guys. This is Deborah. Say hey. Huh?
What?
Yeah, cut it off. Oh, let me give you a bookmark, too, because I did get your bookmark. Your dress looks nice. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna go ahead and go to the restroom. So this is where my sister stays, guys. This is a one-bedroom place. She wants to keep her independence, and we watch her carefully, guys. We got a camera right here, so we can actually see her. So when we're not with her, we can actually see her. My nephew Larry and all of us, we watch her carefully because she doesn't quite want to relinquish her independence. So we try to let her keep it, you know, and then I come in and check and see what she's got going on and make sure she's good. And make sure that everything's okay for her. You have to be nosy. You know, when you come in, you kind of just got to look around and see what they need. And that's what I try to do in our company. Make sure she's good. All right. So we're gonna take a ride a couple of places. I have John, and John is gonna watch. We're gonna stroll through memory lane today. Okay. We're gonna go through we're gonna ride through Chavis. We're gonna ride through a couple of places.
Okay.
So we can kind of just take a trip down memory lane. How about that? We got the doctor's appointment at 12:30. So we'll go there at 12:30. So you're good, and then we'll get something to eat and everything too. You feel okay today?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell the people what your name is.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Are you born and raised from Raleigh? Are you from Raleigh?
I am.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school out here?
Chambers Heights over that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And Charles?
Over here, Crystal.
Mm-hmm. Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, our brother, you know. And y'all stayed in Chambers Heights. Okay, so we're gonna ride over there. Let's take a ride over there. Let's get your key. Yeah. I'll get your mask so you have it. Let's do the gray one today. 'Cause the gray one looks like it'll match today. Let's do gray today because you got on black and white. How about that? Cool.
Okay. So Chambers Heights.
Yeah, we'll ride. I'm gonna stop at.
Since me and Mom.
Yeah, they redid it over. Yeah, I know. So this one is better. We'll just keep it on your chin like I got mine, and then when we go somewhere, when you need it, you'll have it already, okay? Getting cool now. You need anything from the store? You need anything from the store? You need anything from the store? Okay. So you don't. We got everything. You don't need nothing. Okay. Cool. That's, yeah. Yeah, we'll stop and get something to eat. We will. Definitely. St. Augustine's College from 1978 to 1982. And this house right here and that house, many of my friends here for a home cooked meal. Like they would be like, Krista, you lucky, you got family. And we would come down here to Garner and my aunt would feed them. And that's the memory that some of my friends have right now is coming and visiting my family and sitting here on this property. So it's nothing like having a good old country when you're coming from the city. Because, you know, you got to remember, I was born and raised in New York. So this was a blessing to have this, you know. So it's a beautiful thing. Hey, yes, ma'am. Hold on 1 second. Lord Jesus, no, I haven't. I'm just here visiting, and I just got here. Where she live? On Main Street? What does she have on? Wow. We didn't see no woman walking, right? John, we ain't seen no woman walking. She said her grandmother had dementia and she's out walking. Was there? Which way did she go? He said he saw a woman going that way. Did she have a cane? Yeah. Older lady go. Go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. You see what I'm saying, guys? That's exactly what I'm talking about. She looking for her mom that had dementia. Wow. And we saw her. And see, that's what I'm thinking my sister has. So, guys, man, take care of your family, man. Stay in communication with your family. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Join The Woman I Am Today, the podcast and TV show, as I sit down with prominent women in every industry to discuss their brand, movement, and the women they are today. The Woman I Am Today, the podcast, invites deep conversations and a safe place to let the world know what you've been through. If you're interested in being a guest, please send us an email at nvtv4L@gmail.com or call 919-866-2190.
Hello, my name is John Guess, founder and CEO of JHG Photography and Films and co-founder of Do Vision Television. Over the past few years, we have generated over 80,000 post views and over 30,000 video views on Facebook alone. Our clients' good works are getting noticed. We created this platform for small businesses, entrepreneurs, artists, and other organizations who would normally not have a platform. If you are a small business, artist, ministry, or organization that needs commercial work or an event covered, or would like to create a platform and cannot afford thousands of dollars for advertising, contact us today via email or 984-389-3283. New Vision Television, where your dreams are our priority.